K2's High School Blitz, Fridays after K2 News at 11.
Tonight on Nightline, panic button. Bailouts, takeovers, mergers. Another chaotic and historic day for an American economy in crisis. We're live with the latest as the market nosedives. Dollars and cents. Mad Money host Jim Cramer breaks down what you and your family need to do next.
But let me give you the best advice I have. Stay diversified. It matters a whole lot more than people think.
And nature's lawnmowers. No complaining, no sick days, and their shift is one long lunch break. Meet the animal employees Los Angeles hired to clean up by chowing down.
From the global resources of ABC News with Terry Moran, Martin Bashir, and Cynthia McFadden in New York City, this is Nightline, September 17, 2008.
Good evening. Day 3 of the financial crisis on Wall Street. And despite massive government intervention yesterday, things are no better. We learned this evening that Morgan Stanley, one of the last 2 independent investment banks still standing, is reportedly in merger talks with commercial bank Wachovia. The crisis continues. One economist has said that the markets are in the midst of raw panic. Vicky Mabry has been following developments for us today, and she joins us now. Good evening, Vicky.
Good evening, Martin. The federal government's intervention into the markets today was meant to shore up investor confidence, but instead, it brought the bears out on Wall Street, leading to a sustained sell-off, the likes of which traders haven't seen in decades. Rational or irrational, investor fear ruled the day. Nervous traders brought their game faces to the New York Stock Exchange today. So you're scared?
I am scared, yes. And fear is an important and powerful thing.
The shocking news of an $85 billion government deal to save insurance behemoth AIG meant even longtime traders like Arthur Cashin and Alan Valdez didn't know what to expect.
If AIG, with $1 trillion in assets, needs $85 billion from the U.S. government to keep it afloat, things aren't kosher out there.
It was obvious the market was jittery. Even though it ended up yesterday, the news about AIG sent it on a wild downward swing first thing this morning. In your 30 years of being down here, have you ever seen the market like this?
No, never. I don't think there's anyone down. I've spoken to people that have been down here longer than me, and no one has ever seen these kind of markets. It's incredible.
What's the mood? What's it been like?
You know, the only thing certain about this is the uncertainty down here right now. People are concerned. There's no question about it. I mean, I was here in '87. And there's definitely more concern among traders upstairs and downstairs than even in '87. Because '87 was a quick pop and it was over. This has gone on for months now, and it still sees no sign of slowing down at the moment.
The news from the street has been bad since May, when Bear Stearns went in a fire sale to J.P. Morgan. Then the near collapse of housing giants Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. With each blow, it seemed that maybe we'd hit rock bottom and had nowhere to go but up.
Remember, they started with Bear Stearns, and then they bailed out Bear Stearns. That's it. The end of it, we've taken care of the problem. Then Freddie and Fannie. Originally, we'll be able to help them get through it. We're going to stop short selling in them. Don't worry about it. That didn't work. Then eventually, okay, we're going to take over Freddie and Fannie. We're going to wipe out their stock as a punishment. That'll be the punishment for them. But that'll end it. We'll be fine. Next weekend, Lehman. So the question is, where does it stop? Some of the brightest people in government and finance have tried to dig out fire breaks to stop the fire. The fire still rages, and you can hear the fear crackling in the air.
Investors who greeted the earlier interventions with cautious optimism that the market was being corrected seem to have decided today that there was one bailout too many. Wall Street has been turned upside down, and as the bailouts pile up, so does the bill for American taxpayers. $29 billion to help J.P. Morgan buy Bear Stearns, $200 billion to shore up Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, $85 billion to keep AIG in business, not to mention a $400 billion emergency credit line from the Fed and $100 billion in new FHA loans for distressed homeowners.
It is time for a unbelievably horrible market lightning round on Jim Cramer's Mad Money.
CNBC's Jim Cramer, host of Mad Money, says as much pain as we feel now, it could have been worse.
We would have been down 1,500 points if AIG hadn't been saved. Look, confidence is shot, okay? Until confidence returns, you need a lot more days like this.
How did we get into this mess?
This is all because everybody took too much risk, whether it be someone who bought a home and couldn't afford it, whether it be a broker that lent too much money to hedge funds, whether it be whole nations, basically, that allowed regulations go by the wayside so anybody could do anything. But it has to do with risk and taking on way too much of it.
But I will reiterate, it's speculative, speculative, speculative.
Who do you blame?
Oh, man, I blame so many people.
Does the government have a hand in this?
A2 Brutus thing. Does the government? Yeah, well, look, I have been... I've probably been the most vocal critic. There was a chance to save things then, and we lost the chance. And so I wanted a more proactive government, one that's less ideological, so to speak, one that is more regulatory. These guys were not inclined to do that. They actually, and I still hear them do it, they believe in the market.
The free market is going to save everything.
The free market rigged. Where are we? What inning are we in terms of General Mills being a global company?
Still, he says there are some winners. Look at what you spend money on, even in tough times, and invest there.
The opportunities are going to be with things like General Mills, okay? The opportunities are going to be with things like Pepsi. They're going to be things you see in the supermarket that we still use, regardless of how unemployment goes. They are not necessarily going to be in financials, which we've lost all confidence in. Whether that's right or wrong, we've lost all confidence in them.
As bad as financial stocks are right now, housing looks as bad or worse. And traders say this started with the overinflated housing market, and it won't get better until housing rebounds. You think it's going to go back up?
Do I think it's going to go back up? Not until confidence returns.
And when is that?
Well, you know, it takes a long time to rebuild confidence.
Do you think it's going to go down?
I think it can. I think it's more likely to continue to test lower levels now that we have so little confidence in banks. I have lived through the 87 crash and the 90 crash. They're all a little bit different. In 98, there was a big crash in the financials. This one's very severe. I want to tell people that if they can't handle the pain or the fear, just take something off the table. Don't leave entirely, but do some selling. It's okay. It's okay to take losses. It's okay to do some selling. Get comfortable with what you own. Make sure you know what you own, but do not be afraid to take losses, because I think there's some more tough sledding ahead.
Not good news for those headed back to the floor in the morning. Blood pressure through the roof?
People ask me what's up. I say my weight and my blood pressure. That's about it.
So as Jim Cramer says, it's probably going to be very choppy out there tomorrow. In fact, it could go down. Tomorrow will be a very important day down on the street with nervous traders as well as investors waiting to see if this is a correction or if this continues to spiral down into a catastrophe. Martin?
Our thanks to Vicky Mabry. And we'll have a live report on the Asian markets, which began trading just a few hours ago, later in this program. But when we come back, a menu serving 14,000 pork chops, 1,200 pounds of chili, and 8,000 hamburgers.
Bipolar disorder is challenging and can affect your job, family, and friends. For years, I had severe mood swings, racing thoughts, unusually high energy, and was extremely irritable. My doctor and I discussed my options. He prescribed Abilify.
Abilify helps control symptoms of bipolar mania and reduce the risk of manic relapse. Request your free information kit. Call your doctor if you have high fever, stiff muscles, and confusion on Abilify, as these may be signs of a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, as these could become permanent. If you have diabetes or are at risk for it, your blood sugar should be monitored. High blood sugar has been reported with Abilify and medicines like it. In some cases, extreme high blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Elderly people with dementia taking Abilify have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor if you have unusual or worsening mood changes or thoughts of suicide. Other risks include dizziness upon standing, impaired judgment or motor skills, or trouble swallowing. Hundreds of thousands of patients have been prescribed Abilify. Ask your doctor if Abilify is right for you.
Dad? It's time. You'd be a really nice catch for somebody. Please?
Just for Men takes 5 easy minutes, targets only the gray hair, and can start something great.
Yes!
Just for Men.
The Coen Brothers spy comedy, Burn After Reading, is the #1 movie in America.
This is like raw intelligence.
It's hilarious.
Give me the CD, the money.
George Clooney and Brad Pitt get big laughs.
That's cool.
Burn After Reading, rated R, now playing.
Alyssa Milano and R&B superstar Neo on an all-new Jimmy, coming up on ABC.
I want to have my party on the Brooklyn Bridge. Seriously.
2 weeks from tonight.
Whoever has the most money wins, right?
It's good to be a darling. ABC's Dirty Sexy Money. Season premiere 2 weeks from tonight, 10/9 Central on ABC.
MPG. It's a very popular topic lately. We're proud to say the IS-250 leads its class in MPG. But MPG isn't everything. You have to consider resale, reliability, all 7 costs to see why the IS-250 has the lowest cost of ownership in its class. See how they add up at your Lexus dealer. Special lease offers now available on the 2008 IS-250.
It's not the biblical feeding of the 5,000. In Baytown, Texas, they're serving nearly 50,000. This old refinery town took a pounding from Hurricane Ike. No power, no utilities, and therefore few essential supplies. Now, in a remarkable effort by an army of volunteers, they've served enough hot meals to feed a football arena. And for many Texans who offered help during Hurricane Katrina, what goes around is coming around. Eric Hong now reports on life in Baytown.
25 miles east of Houston lies Baytown, a city in crisis. Like so many battered communities in this part of Texas, the basics of life disappeared overnight. While most didn't have to evacuate, 5 days after Ike's landfall, there is still no power, water, or gas. The aftermath of Ike has been especially tough on this old refinery town, population 70,000. 1 in 6 residents lives below the poverty line, and without the resources of a large city like Houston, Baytown faces a slow and daunting recovery.
How you doing, sir?
And so it is here, in Baytown, that we found one of the region's largest relief operations. From this former Kmart parking lot, a small army of volunteers has been serving free meals to tens of thousands of hurricane victims.
Hi, how many meals do you need? 7, okay.
Today, the tired and hungry lined up early in their cars.
What would you do without this place?
Ooh, man, we'd be stuck. We'd be in the jam.
For many, it's the first hot food they've eaten in days, and the closest thing they now have to a drive-in.
What have you been eating prior to this?
Whatever we had at the house.
Like?
Canned goods, meat that's thawed out.
Yeah, I mean, some of that food could be going bad.
Yeah, everything in my fridge is gone.
To have a hot meal and to have a meal in the middle of the day, that means something. Yeah.
It is a massive undertaking, feeding almost an entire city quickly and safely. Greg Avery is one of the coordinators.
And what does it take logistically to get all of these meals to all of these people?
Oh, miracle. We're using tilt skillets, we're using convection ovens. We have to feed the masses. Temperature is a serious issue, bacteria is a serious issue. So we're using pre-cooked foods and heating it up, basically.
You feel kind of like a field general out here?
Actually, I feel like a traffic cop.
This operation can serve 45,000 hot meals a day. On today's menu, 14,000 pork chops.
They have to be at least 165 degrees.
8,000 hamburger patties, and massive vats of chili.
That's called Texas clam chowder.
1,200 pounds in all.
What's the secret ingredient in this chili?
Opening the can.
And heating it up.
And heating it up.
Not to mention thousands of servings of canned fruits and vegetables. Each styrofoam container has an entire day's worth of carbs and calories.
Typically, we're looking at 2,500 calories per meal. And, you say, wow, I'm not going to do that at home. Well, you're not going to go with 2 or 3 days without food or a soda or ice, at home.
In all, there are 300 volunteers working underneath these tents. The North Carolina Baptist men cook the food.
We probably get a bigger blessing out of it than they do.
The Red Cross distributes it. plenty of people in Baytown can't come to the distribution center, so the Red Cross goes to them.
American Red Cross, we've got hot meals. Come on down.
After waking up the neighborhood, driver Susie Metzel sets up in a convenience store parking lot. You see the Red Cross
And it was
rolling
just like,
in.
oh, somebody's trying to help us.
Erica Ibarra is 9 months pregnant. Are you getting the medical care that you need?
No.
You haven't been able to, and you're due any day now. Does that concern you?
Yeah, it does.
Metzel started volunteering for the Red Cross 7 years ago, right after 9/11. What drives her, she says, are these faces.
I feel like I can't quite do enough. There's nothing worse than running out of food and having people standing there. You know, that stuff that'll get you a little bit. But as long as we're feeding them, getting people food, then it's good. I'll go back tonight and cry a little bit, and then I'll get up in the morning, come back out and feed them again. That's what we do.
Thank you.
And so it goes, a massive effort to feed a community that will continue, volunteers say, as long as it's needed. Throughout the region, more than 1.5 million customers remain without electricity, but there are small signs of progress. Traffic lights coming back on, businesses reopening. Most schools, however, remain closed, and it could be a week or more, Martin, before many reopen.
Eric Hong, thank you. And when we come back, it's the Nightline sign of the times.
Welcome to Progressive.com. I see you have a list.
So I only pay for the features that I need.
So let's customize your policy.
It's me.
Now just add or subtract what you need.
I want lots of coverage, a little less, a low deductible, and roadside assistance. That was easy.
Your satisfaction is our policy. It's a little insurance joke. Really little. There it goes.
Getting the policy and the price you want. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Netflix interviews, take 1.
Oh, Netflix is the best.
With Netflix, you can never be without a movie. Just go online and choose from over 100,000 DVD titles.
They've got it all.
With Netflix, there's no late fees.
No due dates.
You can keep the movie as long as you want.
And now, as an added bonus to your DVDs, watch some movies and TV shows instantly on your PC for no additional fee.
I'm definitely a Netflix fan.
Netflix. Get DVDs in the mail fast, plus some instantly on your PC. Go to netflix.com/TV to start your free trial.
Tomorrow on Good Morning America's historic Whistle Stop Tour, catch Barack Obama's running mate Joe Biden in a GMA exclusive. And Friday, it's Michelle Obama's turn. See the country like never before. Don't miss the train tomorrow.
For the oldest Oregonians, living at home every day brings its own challenges. But compassionate home care makes it easier. Who could have ever opposed it? Jeff Merkley did. Under Merkley's leadership, the home care budget for seniors was cut $4 million, while spending on Merkley's own staff increased. Jeff Merkley, he made the wrong choices. Call Merkley and tell him Oregon seniors can't afford more health care cuts. Freedom's Watch is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Renovating and updating your concrete in-ground pool can turn your backyard into a paradise your family and friends will enjoy for years to come. That's where AdTech Construction comes in. We'll show you the endless renovation options and then transform your pool with a new, refreshing look and feel. AdTech is family-owned with over 40 years of experience, so referrals are the heart of our business. We guarantee quality workmanship and great customer service. Rediscover the pool of your dreams with AdTech Construction. Call us or contact our website for a free estimate today.
Your Northwest Pontiac dealer celebrates GM's 100th anniversary by extending employee pricing. You pay what we pay, plus get cash back. The all-new 09 Vibe, 32 Highway. With employee discount plus cash back, catch a Vibe for under $15,300. Pontiac G6 with employee discount plus cash back, $16,720. Get into your Northwest Buick Pontiac GMC dealer by September 30th.
Gordon Smith has let them down. He voted to send our troops to war without proper armor. He extended their tours of duty. And he voted 27 times to cut health care benefits for troops once they return home. Yet he voted himself a pay raise and gets top-notch congressional health care. We all know Gordon Smith was wrong on the war. Now you know he's shortchanging our veterans. The Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee is responsible for the content of this ad.
Nightline continues from New York City with Martin Bashir.
If you're driving through Los Angeles and encounter a herd of goats, you might think you've stumbled across some sort of big-budget Hollywood production. Well, I'm afraid you'd be wrong. The city of Los Angeles has quite literally farmed out the task of clearing low-lying brush to goats. Yes, goats. And these are animals who don't demand the minimum wage and have a real appetite for the task. And for Brian Rooney, this is a sign of the times.
In a city where movie stars are your neighbors, gunfire and natural disaster are just, ho-hum, something has people huddled against a fence in downtown Los Angeles, smiling, curious, taking pictures. Subway passengers take the escalator up to the sidewalk.
Oh, this is great.
And there it is, a herd of goats grazing on a hillside among the shining glass towers of Los Angeles.
Well, I think it's cool. It's like a natural lawnmower.
The city's redevelopment agency hired 100 goats to clear this overgrown vacant lot, a job that would require a crew of men with gas-powered saws and mowers is simply breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the goats. Climb the fence, and you're no longer in the city.
I feel like a city slicker in here.
Well, you're not exactly a city slicker. You're in the country now. This is God's country in L.A.
They're very friendly animals.
Which way is City Hall?
George Gonzalez is their handler.
I mean, they eat virtually everything?
No, they don't eat tin cans for sure, but they eat poison oak, cactus, rose bushes, palm trees. They'll eat all that.
They'll eat thorns?
Thorns. They eat sagebrush, the tumbleweed. They love it.
The Community Redevelopment Agency is trying this as an experiment.
It cost us only $3,000. If we went with the typical weed whacker, it would cost about $7,500.
Are you going to make goat cheese?
I wish we could, but these aren't those kind of goats.
Goats have no union, no lunch breaks. Lunch, as we said, is the job. They never complain, which is why landowners throughout the state have rediscovered goats for clearing the dry California brush that so often burns in catastrophic fires. This is what a herd of goats did on a hillside above Laguna Beach in just 36 hours. Goats fed, fire danger gone.
They don't call in sick on Monday because they don't drink, and there's no workman's comp and no other insurance that's put for them. They're very good animals.
But what no one predicted is what an attraction the goats would be in a place where, it turns out, people are starved for even a glimpse of nature.
I used to live on the farm, but I haven't seen anything like this in years, and it's just exciting to see.
Why is it so fascinating to watch goats eat?
I don't know. They're cute.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating.
When's the last time you ever saw a goat?
That's a good question. I work with a couple of billy goats.
But they probably don't work as hard as these goats. This is Brian Rooney for Nightline in Los Angeles.
The hard-working goat, our thanks to Brian Rooney. And when we come back, we'll be live with the latest on what's becoming a global economic crisis.
ABC News Nightline, brought to you by Sprint.
It takes two to text. The Rumor by LG. For a limited time, if you buy one, you get one free. Built for texting, so everyone's just an instant away. Only $49.99 for a pair. Any pair. The Rumor by LG. Buy one, get one free in white, black, or a fierce green.
The economy's in crisis. Enough is enough. I'll meet this financial crisis head on. Reform Wall Street. New rules for fairness and honesty. I won't tolerate a system that puts you and your family at risk. Your savings, your jobs. I'll keep them safe.
Experience and leadership in a time of crisis.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
Touchstone Pictures presents Miracle at St. Anna. In 1983, Hector Negron killed a man. In his father's home, they found a priceless artifact.
What's it doing buried in the bottom of your closet?
It was a clue to a mystery that began in World War II. Miracle at St. Anna is one of the best films of 2008. Director Spike Lee delivers a classic of epic size and scope.
No, I'm the only one who knows.
Miracle at St. Anna. Rated R. In theaters September 26th.
2 weeks from tonight, they're solving crimes, one touch at a time.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, what?
Hell no! ABC's Pushing Daisies season premiere 2 weeks from tonight at 8/7 Central on ABC.
Millions of Americans used to think they couldn't afford their prescriptions month in and month out, that they'd have to cut back or go without their medications altogether. Then they asked us for a second opinion. The Walmart prescription drug program has saved Americans $1 billion in just over a year. It's another way we're working to make quality health care affordable and accessible for everyone. Save money. Live better. Walmart.
I'm Julie Sparling. I teach elementary drama and writing in Portland, Oregon at Rosa Parks Elementary School. If you can teach someone to read, you're basically teaching them how to create their own revolution in their own lives. There's nothing as amazing as going to school and having kids ready to greet you with a hug. It's amazing. I love kids. I love school. I think I'll always be a teacher. There's no way around it.
Tax cuts. They ought to go to middle-class families. Instead, Washington has been giving tax breaks to corporations that ship our jobs overseas. Imagine spending your tax dollars to export Oregon jobs and subsidize companies building factories in China and Mexico. The special interests and Washington lobbyists just have way too much power. I'm Jeff Merkley, and I approve this message because you deserve a senator who puts Oregon families and jobs first.
Delicious blends of real fruit, a splash of low-fat milk, and naturally uplifting boosts you can feel. Introducing Jamba Smoothies and Juicies. Now available at your local grocer. Jamba. Live fruitfully.
Hey, Margie.
Yeah.
Come here. You got to see some of these email videos we're getting.
That's hilarious. Play another one.
Oh, you're going to like this one.
We love you, Beaverton Toyota.
I love the dog.
The dog? Beaverton Toyota.
We have a Toyota for everyone.
Save on Sleep Country's best-selling Simmons Beauty Rest, the most popular Sealy Posturepedic, and top-selling Sleep Number bed. Not off-brands, not overstock items. Sleep Country's bestseller sale is on now.
Tonight's K2 program brought to you by California. Find yourself here.
Nightline, Into the Wild Week, starting Monday.
Wall Street may be sleeping tonight, perhaps restlessly, but markets around the globe are hard at work, responding to another day of turbulence in the American economy. Our Stephanie Tsai is live in Beijing and joins us now. Stephanie, it's around midday there. What effect has the American problem had on trading in China?
Well, Martin, we're seeing that domino effect again, panic being the byword of the day, Asian markets being absolutely hammered. Analysts are saying we're experiencing a global crisis of confidence. And what we're seeing is Asian investors follow Wall Street's lead by continuing to sell off bank and financial stocks and head towards safer territory into commodities such as gold. Now, taking a look at the damage reports here at midday trading, in Japan, the Nikkei down 3.5%. Led not only by falling bank stocks, but sliding tech stocks. Hong Kong's Hang Seng really taking a battering, plummeting almost 1,000 points, now down 6.35%. And here on the mainland, the Shanghai index also off more than 5%. In Australia, stocks have hit a 3-year low, led by a plunge in share price of the country's largest investment house. So across the board here, Martin, what we're seeing is a lot of fear in the market. Now, some of this is still fallout from Lehman's as Asian banks assess their exposure to that fallen investment bank. But what we're really seeing here is a lot of rumors and a lot of unconfident investors that are just getting out.
Our thanks to Stephanie Tsai in Beijing. And with all that financial uncertainty, even America's ultra-rich must go to extreme measures.
Approval process. Consumer groups like the government's attempt to regulate genetically altered animals, but they also caution that the details need to be spelled out, including how the meat will be labeled. Genetic engineering is already widely used in agriculture to produce higher yielding or disease-resistant crops.
Maintaining a low-calorie diet in early adulthood could keep you fit and strong as you get older. Researchers wanted to understand why our bodies become less efficient as we age. In normal lab rats, they discovered pockets of extra iron in muscle cells, and that iron acted as a sort of internal rust in the muscles, affecting their function. But rats fed 40% fewer calories were able to keep more normal iron levels in those muscle cells.
We never say eat more, do we? An ingenious plan by a stupid crook goes horribly wrong in Florida. What happened after this man, as you can see, tumbled right through the ceiling of a pharmacy and why police had no trouble catching him?
Don't forget you can join us every night for 10 at 10. All your news in the first 10 minutes. We're on Portland's CW. That's cable channel 3, channel 32 if you don't have cable. Join us for News Channel 8's 10 at 10. It's live every night on Portland's CW.
Every morning, turn to the trusted experience of the #1 news station. The critical news from overnight. The morning's first breaking news. Solutions to help stretch your dollar. Proven experience, proven trust. Exclusively in HD. News Channel 8 at sunrise.
KGW News Channel 8 asks you to help keep Oregon clean.
Join us for the Solve Great Oregon Fall Beach Cleanup or donate so others have the tools. Just $10 buys hundreds of Solve bags or supports one volunteer. Go to solve.org for more info.
Marion's just opened a second giant warehouse on Grand Avenue, and we're celebrating our biggest sale ever. Hundreds of rolls of stained master and wool carpet with prices starting at an unbelievable $9.99 a square yard. Marion's will beat anyone's carpet price every day. Dial 503 Carpets.
Gordon Smith has let them down. He voted to send our troops to war without proper armor. He extended their tours of duty. And he voted 27 times to cut health care benefits for troops once they return home. Yet he voted himself a pay raise and gets top-notch congressional health care. We all know Gordon Smith was wrong on the war. Now you know he's shortchanging our veterans. The Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee is responsible for the content of this act.
I've been an Oregon law enforcement officer for 28 years. Frankly, I'm offended by the lies and innuendos from Gordon Smith's campaign. Jeff Merkley has been endorsed by the Oregon State Police Officers Association. He supported mandatory life imprisonment and doubling the statute of limitations for sex crimes. Jeff is a husband and father of 2 children. No one is more committed to keeping our family safe than Jeff Merkley. Gordon Smith, knock off the sleazy campaign. We deserve better.
I'm Jeff Merkley, and I approve this message.
Mike Orcutt, you're a local store owner, and you invented this new Memphis barbecue chicken pizza?
Yes, sir.
Tangy barbecue sauce, grilled chicken breast, provolone.
And a cheesy crust.
The problem is, I paid that guy to invent pizzas.
It has a cheesy crust.
Introducing Domino's Local Legends. 6 new combinations like the Buffalo Chicken and Honolulu Hawaiian, made by local pizza makers, like Mike. Just $10.99. Domino's, you got 30 minutes.
Marion's just opened a second giant warehouse on Grand Avenue, and we're celebrating our biggest sale ever. Over 1,000 national best-selling area rugs in stock, with gorgeous wool 8x10 starting at just $399. Marion's will beat anyone's area rug price. Dial 503 Carpets.
New at 6, nuclear power on a small scale. It's a project under construction at OSU, and scientists say they've figured out new ways to make this new generation of nuclear safer.
We've run several experiments, and what we found was that the safety systems work very, very well.
How much electricity can these smaller power plants crank out? That story tonight at 6.
An accused burglar is behind bars, probably in need of some aspirin after a botched burglary at a pharmacy. This security camera captured the man as he crashed right through the pharmacy ceiling, and this was in Baker, Florida. He was stunned for a few seconds, then staggered away in obvious pain. Police found the 29-year-old a short time later hiding under a pile of lumber, trying to get back on his feet.
I seem to remember the last time that happened, the burglar sued the company for having a faulty roof and won.
That's priceless.
Nightly News is straight ahead with a look at how Barack Obama and John McCain stand on how to make health care more affordable in this country.
Plus, meet the people who are trying to save what may be the world's greatest source of medicine, the Amazon rainforest.
That and more next on Nightly News. We'll see you back here at 6.